Hello, my name is Jameson Keeley, and today I'm going to be talking about budgeting. Um, that was a supplemental article from this test section, so it's really fresh in my memory, and I feel like I'm going to have a good time recalling it for this formal presentation. Um, the article is entitled "Who Needs Budgeting?" with a question mark, um, and it's not in support of budgeting. It's in support of an alternative known as rolling forecast. And as I read the article and as I make this presentation, I hope you see that rolling forecast very similar to a budget, but I think it is a better alternative. So before we just tear down budgeting, let's look at budgeting. Let's dissect it. Let's break it apart, and see what the weaknesses are and see if it has any strengths. But if you look at budgeting, it's been around since the 1920s, and it was designed, for planning, performance measurement, evaluation, things of that sort. And it's done a good job with that, but it can put pressure on people, especially when you have an aggressive budget, a real aggressive cost budget or a real aggressive sales budget, that can put pressure on people. And as you saw with Wells Fargo and as you see with other companies, that leads to bad things. So I'm not a big fan of the pressures that come with some of the budgeting programs at big companies. The second weakness of budgeting is kind of promotes conformity. If you have a budgeting system that's been in place for a long time, it's real consistent from year to year. People almost just conform to it. They're not looking to go above and beyond or kind of follow their heart or just kind of follow their work ethic and take them where that goes. But yeah, companies that have originally used budgeting, large companies in complex industries, these companies need numbers quickly. So that's why I think the rolling forecast is better, because it's updated every 3 months, and there is no deadline because it's always rolling over. It's perpetual, just like a perpetual inventory system, a lot of times preferred to a periodic inventory system. It's going to get large companies in complex industries, up to date financial information that they can change quickly. That's flexible, depending on markets and changes in the economy. But yeah, another good thing about the flexible rolling forecast is it kind of takes away that pressure element because there is no deadline, there is no performance measurement aspect to it. It takes away that pressure element that you get from budgeting. People trying to meet a sales forecast or people trying to meet a cost reduction, budget or whatever it may be. Another thing I like to point out about budgeting is, when they divide resources, up front how much money your department's getting, how much money your division's getting. And when people know up front how much of a resource they're getting, they might be incentivized to try to use other departments' resources first, and hoard their own resources. So a lot of times it's good to have kind of a come and go resource system. You don't want people abusing that, but you also don't want people thinking resources are very, very scarce and doing that. But yeah, the rolling forecast is a good thing to keep in mind and a good thing to switch over to. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.